to the Tea and Crystals podcast. I am T.
And I'm Crystal.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we are so happy to have you all back with us for another Minisode of this here podcast. We're not going to waste no time. We're going to go straight into the stories. Crystal, are you ready?
Watch these be the most popular episodes ever. And I might get offended.
Girl, you ain't lying. They probably going to be like, well, shit. We just didn't want to hear them talk so much. Like, we love this so much better. I be wishing in the 30-minute mark that it would shut the hell up.
Less you, more Reddit. Thanks.
Yeah. Ciao. So let's start. Speaking of Reddit, in the Reddit subreddit r/am I the asshole? And this one is entitled, Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend at a wedding I wasn't originally invited to?
Ooh, awkward.
Child. Here we go. My boyfriend is a groomsman at a wedding this weekend. He told me I was invited, so I was excited to finally meet his friends, but for some reason, I had this gut feeling I wasn't. I'm not sure why. Maybe his responsive reactions when I asked, but I asked him to double check to see if I was actually invited, and he refused until 1 week prior to the wedding. Come to find out that I indeed was not invited, but they were going to figure it out. At that point, I was sincerely okay with not going, as I understood budgets for weddings, and it was the week prior. They figured out my spot, and I was going to take someone's spot who was no longer able to go. I was uncomfortable and embarrassed, but I didn't want to say no because they really put in the effort. Well, today is the rehearsal dinner, and I was making the hour drive and needed to get ready at the Airbnb. I never got the address after asking numerous times until 1:30, and when I arrived, my boyfriend told me that I had 15 minutes to get ready. I was furious at the lack of respect yet again, and he said, suck it up, get over it, and go inside and get ready. I asked who's inside, and he said a bunch of his friends I haven't met yet. I was in tears due to the lack of empathy and compassion. I ended up leaving because I didn't feel welcomed in the first place, and definitely not welcomed after that. So am I the asshole for leaving?
Girl, no. And I applaud you, because most people would probably been like, okay. And they would have walked into this room full of strangers, knowing that they're friends with your boyfriend, with you, tears down the face. Oh my God, girl, what's wrong? So now you're taken away from the wedding party to tell them how sucky your boyfriend is. And then they got to be like, girl, we know. That's why we never dated him. And now you got to be like, I didn't know, like, because I didn't know him like you guys do. So I'm going to want to go. And then they're going to be like, no, girl, please stay. We're going to have a good time. And then you're going to feel obligated to stay because now everybody's hyped you up. But low key, you're in this wedding party and everyone's like, yo, did you hear about so-and-so's girlfriend? Yeah, she came in looking wrecked because he was mean to her. And now everybody got to talk about you. And now you're going to be the person that it's just, you avoided all that. It's good for you, because this was a look the universe was trying to tell you beforehand. That's why you questioned it. You were like, I don't know. I don't feel, because who else would question that? Like if someone came up to me and were like, yeah, you want to come to this wedding? You're invited. I would be like, oh, cool. I'm not sitting there going, Am I really invited? Can you double check to make sure you know? Like something was telling you, girl, don't go to this wedding. But the universe was telling you this is a look into what your future was going to look like. Anytime a stressful situation happened that he caused especially, but even if he didn't cause, this is what you were going to get. No sympathy, no reaction, no apology, no, it's going to be somehow your fault still. Like, you're going to be too dramatic. You're going to be overly emotional. You're not going to make sense. Then he's going to have to go to his boys and complain, man, my girl is just crazy. Like, she's just always crying about stuff, always making a big deal out of everything, just blowing things out of proportion. Save yourself the hassle. It's good you learned now. Please break up with him.
Ooh, come on, Pastor. I just had to sit back and shut my ass up because Pastor Crystal was going off. Did y'all hear that? Crystal, you are correct from the rooter to the tutor. Okay, from the top to the bottom of that situation. Mm-hmm. Can you believe that man had the nerve to snap on her? Did not give her the address. Now she
Right.
said until 1:30. I don't know what time
The
they were
wedding
supposed to
was.
be there. What time? You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
confused me because there was no reference. There was also no punctuation in this letter at all. It was one big ass block of text. So shout out to me for being able to decipher that.
Because she was probably driving like.
Girl. She was circling the Kroger parking lot. Just type that.
Text it away.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I went through all that effort to get me a spot at that wedding, I would have went.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally.
Yeah.
I would have went because number one, free drinks. Okay, if the bar is open, I'm gonna drink this man away.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
By the end of the night, I'm not even gonna know. I'm gonna be sitting on the lap of one of his,
I was about to say grooms.
one of his the groom's cousins or something. I'm gonna be on somebody's lap by the end of the night if I was her. Okay, I'm finna have me a good time. Okay, regardless.
Right.
But would that be the end of the relationship for you, Crystal?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because it would have been the snapping for me, especially. Mm-hmm. I understand weddings day can be stressful. So maybe if you were like, I'm so sorry, like I got up late, like we just had to rush in, start getting ready. And I wasn't looking at my phone. I wasn't paying attention to it. And so sorry. I know you only have 15 minutes. Like I would have been like, okay, I get it. You're in this wedding. You're rushing. I get it. I'm going to go and do what I can in these 15 minutes. I mean, cause low key, not going to lie, probably I would have done some of the work the night before. I would have taken a shower. I would have done my hair up and everything like that. So that in the morning, all I had to do was put my hair in a bonnet, take another quick shower and then be gone. So hair's already done. The only thing I got to do. And for me, makeup doesn't take long because I don't know how to do makeup. Like I don't know how to like contour and all that
Crystal
stuff.
Said the mug. The mug sits.
It is what it is.
Okay.
You know, you get a little mascara.
The bone structure.
Yeah.
Okay. It does the work for me. All I have to do is a little blush here, a little lip here, bitch, and I'm clocking you, girl.
Yeah. Like, and especially because the goal isn't to try to like be, you know, I'm not trying to upstage the bride or make it seem like I'm upstaging your bride. Mm-hmm. So I would have made it work somehow.
Sorry. I just realized that I know a TikTok thing because I was about to say baby demure, very cute.
Oh, cutesy. I would have been very demure.
I was so proud of myself. Cute. I was like, I know a TikTok thing. Oh my God.
But yeah, like I would have prepped essentially. So 15 minutes, as much of a hassle, I would have found a way to make it work. But you came in hot and you came at me like I was the one who was late and only had 15 minutes to get ready. Like I was the reason why everyone was behind or whatever.
You even get
after
the address.
Right. And then on top of that, I wasn't even supposed to be invited to this wedding. Like you just caused all this uproar for these people that don't know me for me to get a spot. So I'm already feeling uncomfortable meeting these people because I don't know what you've told them. I don't know if you made it seem like I said, I'm coming to this wedding or you're not going. And they're like, well, damn, like, I don't know what their opinion of me is. Because I sure would have found a way to bring it up in the conversation. Like, yeah, guys, thank you so much. I mean, he told me I was invited, but I wanted to make sure because I just didn't feel like he was telling me the truth. So I'm so glad that things worked out. Like I would have, sorry, honey, but I would have, they're going to know it's not me. It wasn't my fault, damn it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this would have been because this is a glimpse. This is showing me how you react in stressful situations. And it's a no for me. So I'm
glad you beat feet because girl, like you, I am a quick one to leave.
Yes.
I've done it before. My family can attest. You play in my face, girl, I'm getting my keys and I'm going home. Okay.
Yeah. And if I'm ever on the fence, all I got to do is call Timmy and be like, yo, Timmy, this is what just happened. And he's going to be the one who's going to be like, girl, run. I'm like, I knew. I knew that. I just needed the affirmation from you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Because 9 times out of 10, baby, that's the correct answer.
Yes.
Ski fucking daddle. Okay. Don't stay
Because
where
then
you're
he's
not
going to tell
wanted.
me like, girl, I thought he was a weirdo anyways. I didn't want to tell you because, you know, you seem to really like him, but I thought he was weird.
Hey, stop spilling my
I'm just
tea.
kidding.
Because that is how I be, y'all. I will let you cook. I am not finna be in your business. If I'm a peep everything. And as long as it's not dangerous, I'm gonna let you cook. But when you get to that conclusion, I'm like, girl, nah, I ain't want to say nothing. But the way he used to eat that meatloaf with mayonnaise and mustard, bitch, I knew he won't right from then. Okay. He used to put whole cloves of garlic in his meatloaf. Girl, I won't eat that.
Facts. All right, moving on. Yeah, was this an am I the asshole situation?
This was an am I the asshole situation.
Okay, you are not the asshole because you did everything right.
That's right.
Okay. This one is also from Am I the Asshole? And this says, am I the asshole for taking my sister's dog after she gave my puppy away? So,
I need to know the story behind giving the puppy away. Okay. That's where I am the most offended.
Right. This says, I know the title sounds goofy and you may think I am the bad guy here, but I, 24 female, had a 6-month-old male greyhound pup that I named Goose. I had always wanted a greyhound and was excited. I was planning on visiting another state with a few girlfriends of mine for only a week. I needed someone to watch Goose. My sister, May, 32 female, offered to watch him and I told her I would send her emergency money for Goose, for food, toys, and whatever needs he needs. She agreed, and my niece, 7 female, loves Goose, so I thought everything was great. I went on my travel with my girlfriend, and it was lovely and great, but on the last day, May called to say that Goose ran off and she can't find him. I was very devastated when I heard that, so I came home from my travel a bit more early to see if I can find Goose, but I couldn't. I asked May how he got out. She told me that she just let him out so he can stretch his legs. After 20 minutes, she went to go get him to see he wasn't in her backyard. She panicked, and that's when she called me. For a while, I was just depressed. All my friends tried to cheer me up. It helped a little while, but my best friend Cora found on Facebook a picture of a small family with my dog Goose. It was one of my niece's friends. So I hurried over and contacted them to tell them that was my missing dog Goose, and if I can have him back. They said no, and that May said I didn't want him. I begged and said he is under my name, chipped, and I never said I didn't want him. It was all false. I was in another state for vacation. May was supposed to watch him, not give him away. I told them I would pay them however much just so I can have him back. They just blocked me. I went over to May, and when she opened the door, I freaked out on her, demanding her to tell me why she gave away Goose. She said that wasn't true, that he ran off. I told her to cut the crap and tell me the truth after I showed her the pictures and messages. She told me she needed the money for my niece, that the money they needed was more important than a dumb dog. So I barged into her house and took her dog, Daisy. She yelled at me that I can't take Daisy. I told her that since she gave my pup away, I can take hers, since my mental health is more important than a dumb dog. I said she better get Goose back or I will take legal actions. I left with Daisy and am now sitting at home wondering if I'm the asshole.
I can't even remember. The way... Because you my sibling, right? I beat my sibling ass before I beat anybody ass, okay? My siblings are never safe. I'm putting my paws on you as soon as you open the door. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me, because soon as you said, she said the dog just ran away. I said, oh, she sold the dog. She sold your goddamn dog. And then when them people was like, putting up all that fuss and muss, I was like, oh, they bought that dog. Okay. It wouldn't have even got that far. As soon as you confirmed to me that you got that dog from my sibling, sensational. Calf's enactment. That's for y'all local girls out there, you know, the Calf's enactment commercials. Okay, law firm. Calf's enactment. Yes. Yes, I need to. Oh, you saw it on Facebook. You saw my rant on Facebook. Yeah. Oh, I can't threaten physical harm on Facebook. Okay, and that's gonna hurt my case. Okay, then I probably shouldn't have tweeted that I was gonna blow their motherfucking house up either, right? Oh yeah, and I'm deleting it right now. Yeah, okay, okay. And there is a knife sticking out of a tire. I did wear a glove when I stuck it in there. You think they can trace it back to me? They probably have a Nest cam, and my case is dropped. Got it. Because I'm going off. What did Cardi B say yesterday on Twitter? I think she said, iron your best litigation suit because bitch, we're going to court. Okay. I'll be like Megan Thee Stallion. I'm about to put on this litigation wig. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to court, baby. I'm suing the draws off you, your kids, and your kids behind my puppy. Okay.
Yes.
And as soon as that money hit the bank, bitch, I'm beating my sibling ass so I can bear myself out of jail. I need the money to hit the bank first. Okay.
Yeah.
I am disgusted. Now, should you have took that lady dog? No. I only say no. Because you should have coaxed the dog to the door and slapped him on the ass so he run away. And then that ain't your problem no more. Okay, because now you got to take care of her dog, and it just is opening you up to litigation and stuff. We don't want them problems.
Yeah.
We just want her dog to, the door to just happen to be open, and there to be a 16-wheeler, and the next thing you know, okay, I went too far. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I did not mean that. Okay, Peter, get fingers off the keyboard, Peter. Leave me alone. Okay, I did not mean it. I'm sorry, Crystal. I'm speechless. I cannot believe that she sold that lady dog.
Right. And the fact, if you need money for my niece, why wouldn't you tell me that? We could have found another way to get whatever money it is you needed for my niece. Like,
girl, it's looking like crack. Okay.
Right.
This is crackhead activity, bitch. You stealing my dog and selling it. And it's really crack behavior because, bitch, you sold it to your best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I want to find out.
Right.
The paper trail is a page thin.
They live right next door. Like,
they right next. Bitch, I can see my dog from here. From your kitchen window. Bitch, my dog running in their backyard.
Right.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Now, I will say that the consensus on her page was that everyone sucked. Because, I know, surprised me too, because me and you are both saying not the asshole, I'm pretty sure. But I also understand what they're saying, because they're saying that because you have him chipped and he's in your name, that you should have just gone to the authorities and let them handle it, because essentially it's a stolen dog, because you didn't authorize this transaction. And instead you're retaliating, which now means she can report you for stealing her dog. So it's like, one of those two wrongs don't make a right situation. Like, that's why people are saying you should have. And I get it. But I also understand, especially when it comes to your siblings, because I swear nobody can make you mad the way your siblings can make you mad sometimes. And in the heat of the moment, when you're rushing over there and you're banging on that door to tell them you sold my dog, and you probably see their dog hanging out in the background, and you think, you know what, fuck this. You just push past and then grab their dog like, you're not getting this dog back until you get my dog back. And you rush out of there like,
I can see
emotions are high. I can see it. I can see it because I could see me doing that to my brother if that happened. If he sold one of my dogs, God forbid, even though I can't see him ever doing that because they love him more. But if he did it, I can see myself rushing over there, banging on the door, being like, I'm taking your dog. Taking and Jax would be like, okay.
See, I would never have taken that dog. I would have destroyed items in your home before I took that dog. Cause I don't want your dog. I want my dog. Okay. Yeah. Cause now all my anger is gonna be channeled into loving this pet. And now I'm just channeling all my hate into love. Bitch, I want to stand on this hate. Okay. I don't need nothing taking this hate away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The only thing I need to put this hate into is destroying your property until I get my dog back.
Right. But yeah, I understand that everyone sucks. I understand it. And it probably makes sense. But in the moment, I'm going to say not the asshole. Get your dog back.
Get your lick back too. Okay. When you get your dog back, get your lick back at the same time, whichever form that takes.
Yeah.
You ready to move on?
I am.
Oh, you know what? No, we're not moving on because you are on a mission to piss me off tonight, Crystal. I feel like I
It's
can't say
just
too
one.
much.
What do you mean? It's just one
say too
story.
much.
I don't know what you're
This-
talking
this
about.
I feel like you picked that story to piss me off. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna say. This one come to us by the way of r/relationship advice, my favorite subreddit, if y'all ain't know. And it is entitled "Went Through Her Phone Last Night, and Do I Tell Her What I Found?"
Before you get started, this
Yes,
reminds me of a TikTok. I think it's a skit, really. But someone like took the skit and they did one of those stick figure drawings. So the skit plays out in the stick figure animation. And it's basically like this girl comes into her phone, into the car, and the boyfriend is like, "I went through your phone." And she's like, "Okay. And you know what I found?" She was like, "Nothing." And they have this huge back and forth where he's trying to coax her into admitting she's done something, where she's like, "There's nothing on the phone. There's nothing on the phone." And finally at the end, she's like, "Okay, so what did you find? What did you find?" And he was just like, "Nothing." And it's like,
Damn. That's
I had to
diabolical,
send,
though.
I know, like he was trying, like, you know what I found. You know what you're doing right now. How are you going to sit there and tell me you don't know what you're doing? And she's like, "What did you find?" And then it levels up until finally she's like, "Okay, you tell me. And he was like, "Nothing." Like, bitch, you right. I didn't find anything.
Okay, I ain't find
I just
nothing,
wanted to, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss
but I'm
anything.
gonna get your ass next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know something's coming.
Right.
So this one goes a little something like this. I'm at work today, still shaking from last night. I went through her phone while she was asleep. Mistake number 1. I don't know where to go from here. I really trusted her overall and only had tiny doubts. I've been lied to in a relationship before, and I've regretted blindly trusting in the past. So I looked through a partner's phone for the first time in my life last night. I'll list the things that I saw in order. Bullet point number 1. I love that she put bullet points in this. Bullet point number 1. Her best friend and her making fun of a heartfelt text I sent her when we were having issues, calling me a bitch. Now, mind
Is this the same
2
sex?
females.
Okay.
I was just about to say.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Because what guy's
girlie.
going to be mad that his girlfriend's like, "He's a bitch"? Well, fuck you too then. I don't know.
Girl, fuck you too.
Right.
Bullet point number 2. The same best friend making fun of my appearance and her laughing. Bullet point number 3. A screenshot of her flirting with this guy on Instagram and her asking him to fly her out to see him. I checked Instagram and there was flirting going back and forth all the way to when we first started dating and they had previously been together. It could be a joke, but he also liked thirst traps that she posted on her close friends, calling her sexy. Last bullet point, her saying he wants me so bad about her roommate's boyfriend, who she had slept with before in a threesome with her roommate. I have reasons to be suspicious of them sleeping together recently. I had a panic attack last night and did not get any sleep. I will be reading and responding to every reply. I don't know how to deal with this. Do I tell her what I saw?
I mean, you can as you're leaving out the door, sure, if that's what you want to do. Or you could just leave. That's fine too. Because it's sounding like this girl is bisexual, but she's also sounds like she doesn't want to be tied down to any one person. Like, she wants to play the field. Did they say how old they are?
She is 25 and her partner is 28.
Oh, her partner's old. Oh, I was about to say, like, I'm thinking that she's in her early 20s, and so she's trying to play the
because
field.
this is early 20s behavior.
It is. So if she's 28 and she's still out here in them streets trying to do all this, girl, bye. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
It's time to leave this relationship. Like, you said, I just never thought she would do this, but something in you said she could do this because why else would you look through her phone? And you just said it yourself. You were already having suspicions about this roommate and the boyfriend. So something was catching your eye. I mean, I'm sure, how can you not when you've already slept with somebody and then they're roommates? I'm sure you've seen them interact. There's no way to not notice there's some sort of intimacy there, you know, that goes beyond what is normal for a roommate situation. So the signs were there and you were catching them. You just didn't know how to admit that until you were putting it in words to Reddit or whatever. But you already know what you have to do. This isn't a relationship you want to be with unless you're trying to join in on all this fun, which it doesn't sound like you are. It doesn't sound like you are. If you were trying to join in on all this fun, then sure, yeah, sit her down, let her know I went through your phone, I saw this, and girl, I'm interested. Like, can he get a flight for 2? Because I'm coming. Like, I'm good.
Correct.
But if you're like, I'm looking for a monogamous relationship, me and you and nobody else, and I don't want to have to worry about anybody else, this isn't it.
This ain't gonna work. I'm with you 100%. I've heard lesbians in the past say, I hate a fake gay bitch. And your girlfriend sound fake gay than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if what she identifies as. I don't know if she already identified as bisexual. But she needs to identify as a freak-a-leak, as promiscuous. Okay? Because she's, like Crystal said, baby, her in the streets, they were sisters.
Yeah.
Identical twins.
Yeah.
I get this lady out of your life. Because she ain't faithful. You can't trust her. You can't trust her. You can't trust her. Get her out of your life. It's not even worth wasting your time. And when you move into your next relationship, make your intentions known.
Yes.
Make your intentions known. I want a monogamous coochie bump. Okay? I don't want you bump to the east, bump to the west, bump to the front. We don't need all that. I want me and you. Okay? I was about to say something crazy. Listen, lesbians are my favorite people. So the jokes just flow so easily for me when it comes to lesbian kind. But I'm not going to tell y'all girls up. I'm not going to do it. You know what? You want to hear a funny story? I don't know if I should tell this story.
I always want to hear a funny story.
Oh, girl. I don't know if I should tell this story.
Okay. Well, now you tease the audience.
Okay. I had a friend who was a, how they say staunch Republican. She was a staunch lesbian.
Gotcha.
Is a staunch lesbian. She ain't lose that lesbian spirit. And I was staying with her and her girlfriend. I can't tell this story. Oh my God.
You've already started.
I did. When I tell you I was asleep on the couch one evening and I woke up the next morning to a strap that was the size of my thigh in my face, wrapped in plastic. Take yourself off mute, bitch. They gonna think I'm over here acting crazy by myself. Girl, I mean, when I say it was the size of my thigh, I was like, who? And she was like, I ordered the wrong size. I was like, bitch, because who is that going inside of?
No, because she was like, fuck, he's gonna see this. I'm gonna tell him a lie because it's the fact that I woke up. It's a half truth. It's a half truth. We did order the wrong size. We thought it was bigger, but fuck, it's fine.
Listen, because her significant other at the time was as big as my thumb. This is my pinky. As big as my thumb.
I wasn't gonna say anything. When I saw it, I was like, you know what?
On that note, It's time to go, Crystal. This is the Minisode. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of the Tea and Crystals Podcast Minisode edition. If you like what you heard, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening. Make sure you also leave us a written review. If you like what you saw, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe on the YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, or you would like to share your own story with us, please do so at teaandcrystal@gmail.com. That's TEAANDCRYSTAL @gmail.com. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook by searching Tea and Crystals Podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Tea and Crystals Podcast and on Instagram at Tea and Crystals Pod. Now, Crystal, is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get the hell up out of her?
Leave us a comments about any smexy toy fails that you also have. Please. I'd love to hear some of that.
Yeah.
Give us some stories. Give us some comments.
Give us some stories, okay?
And maybe we can bring it to the podcast. We'll keep you anonymous, even if you have your handle. We'll keep it anonymous. But if you
maybe
got some smexy toy
not
failure
safe for work minisode or something like that.
Right, that'd be fun. Yeah, give us some ideas. Let us know. But we hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you guys next week for our full episode. And thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, y'all.